Hey, how's it going everyone? It's SCChirp back here with another Mists of Pandaria video. Today I thought I would do kind of a really quick, fun type video where I go over 20 fun facts about Mists of Pandaria or reasons why I think that you should be wanting to play it. So without giving too much of an introduction to this movie, let's just get right into it. Alright, so the first reason to play is so that you can grow your own farm. I know that sounds silly, but it's actually really cool. There's a new faction in the game, it's called the Tiller faction. And by getting reputation up with them, you'll actually be able to grow your own farm. You'll be able to grow like cooking ingredients, consumable foods, hopefully some consumable food buffs. You'll be able to actually also grow some herbalism nodes, so awesome for alchemists out there. And one other thing they said they're going to be trying to do is allow you to grow like these little plant vanity pets, which sounds really cool. Number 2 is 2 new battlegrounds at launch. Temple of Power, which is a murder ball type gameplay, and Silver Shard Mine, which is more like a payload from, kind of scenarios we've seen in other games. There is a third battleground that they say they're trying to implement. It's more of a Dota style, but they said that it's still going to be a while before they get the system in place to be able to do that kind of battleground. The third reason why you're going to want to play is so that you can mount your druid friends. Druids are going to get a minor glyph that will change their travel form from a cheetah to a stag, which is like a deer. And in stag form, your friends are going to be able to like mount up and ride on you, or you can ride on them. I've actually got this leaked image of what it's going to look like, and here it is. Number 4, to experience the new revamped heroic Scarlet Monastery and Scholomance. Scarlet Monastery is my favorite 5-man instance in the game, so naturally I'm extremely excited for this. Can't wait to get in there and see the new version. Number 5, to reroll Paladin for the sole reason of acquiring this exact set of gear. Look how awesome this looks. I hope all Mists of Pandaria armor looks as great as this. Sixth reason you're going to want to play is so that you can kill Garrosh Hellscream. I don't even think I really need to say anything else. The seventh reason is something that's totally new to World of Warcraft. It's called challenge modes. Essentially what it is are these really hard 5-man instances. They're supposed to be harder than heroic, and your run is timed. You can't queue up for this. You have to go into it with a group of friends or guildmates, and it's going to be basically skill-based PvE. All gear is normalized, so gear doesn't give you any kind of advantage in this scenario. There's going to be 3 different levels of like completion that you can get: bronze, silver, or gold. And depending on which one of those ranks you get, you'll get some different specific armor sets, titles, and mounts. It really just depends upon which ranking you get. Number 8 is just a fun fact. Respecking is going to be completely overhauled in Mists of Pandaria. Instead of going to your trainer to do so, you can do it anywhere you want as long as you have the reagent required. It's going to be a lot more like the glyph system that we currently have, in that you can do it anywhere as long as you're not in combat, and you don't have to pay any gold for it other than the reagents that you have to buy. Number 9 is another fun fact, the simplified buff system. Basically what they're doing is reducing all the buffs in the game down to 8. There's going to be 1 buff for each kind of stat boost, and there won't be multiple buffs that do the same thing, so it's a little bit less confusing. And essentially they're going to change the way it's displayed on your UI by showing you how many total buffs you have out of the 8. It might look something like this. Number 10's fun fact is a new character creation UI. This is something that's not a huge game changer, however, it is a nice refreshing change on something that's been around since vanilla. The new UI is a mix between like Guild Wars 1 and Diablo 3. Overall, a nice update. Number 11, 1 extra character slot. This will give you a maximum capacity of 11 characters per server. The reason why they're doing this is for obvious reasons, so that everyone can make a monk in case they already have all of their character slots full of every other class. If you have this many level 85s, 1 of every class, I don't know what to say. Number 12, red fur female pandas get tails. That's kind of hard to say. Basically, as a Pandaren, you're going to be able to change your fur color at character creation, and the red fur female Pandarens will get... Wow, I just noticed that I said pandas on that instead of Pandarens. The red fur Pandarens will actually get a tail, and they're the only ones that will get a full tail. Nice kind of hidden, not necessarily hidden, but nice kind of little Easter egg in there. Fun fact number 13, no weekly guild rep caps. Essentially, in Cataclysm, the way it works, when you do quests or other activities, you get reputation with your guild, but there's a pretty low cap that you cap pretty quickly if you're questing, so it takes a long time to get capped with your guild. So they're just going to go ahead and remove that, and why not? Reason number 14 to play is to acquire a lot of new mounts that they said they're putting into the game. They're trying to come up with some really unique new mounts. They've also said that they're going to stop recoloring existing mounts, to try to make up some really cool new designs rather than just using old designs and changing their like hair color or the armor that they're wearing or something like that. They have said that world bosses are going to drop really unique exclusive mounts that you can only get from there, and you'll not be able to get them in any other way, shape, or form. As well as getting a gold medal in a challenge, one of the challenge mode dungeons will also give you a mount that's extremely unique. Number 15 is another mount-oriented fun fact. Basically, all mounts are going to be account-wide. They haven't given a whole lot of specifics, but they've said that they're going to try to get it out by launch, but it's not at the top of their priority list. Special hard-to-obtain mounts may not be account-wide. I can't think of any good examples of these, but maybe like the gladiator-related mounts, maybe those. Again, they said it may not be ready at launch, but they are shooting for that. Number 16, less restrictions on transmog. Basically, I don't exactly understand every aspect of what they say they're doing here, but I think the way they're going to do it is allow you to use like one type of two-hander, such as a sword, and use that skin on a two-hander mace. So less restrictions there, you can be a little bit more creative with it. They've also said that they may possibly allow you to use legendary skins on your weapons. I'm not a huge fan of that idea. I say leave legendaries alone, keep them rare. Number 17 is a fun fact that makes me a little bit sad. Bubble Hearth returns. This is what Ghostclaw had to say about it. Glyph of Righteous Retreat is one that I'm pretty happy with. That decreases the cast time of Hearthstone when you have Divine Shield up. Fun fact number 18, nothing major, but basically account-wide titles. Most titles will be account-wide, however, they said that some of the unique titles may not be included in this. Reason to play number 19, to get quivers and librams. If you guys aren't familiar with World of Warcraft's history, before, hunters were able to get quivers that went on their back. It was more of just an aesthetic thing that you could see the arrows in. Librams they were in the game, but you couldn't see them aesthetically, and they want to add them in so that they can be seen. This is a really cool way to allow characters a little bit more creativity with their characters, and I'm glad to see them doing this. I hope they do this with other classes and give other classes a chance to do fun things like this. And reason to play number 20, new character models. If you guys have been subscribed to me for a while, you know I put a video out in November. It's been my most successful video where I talked about the character models and how excited I was for it. Then a few days ago, one of the interviews that came from the press tour kind of led me to believe that they weren't going to be doing the character models. However, I have done a lot more research and found out that they are. They're just really delayed, and that the dwarf model should be ready at launch, but they're not entirely sure on that yet. And that human and orcs are going to be the next in line to get the overhaul. They did say also that Blood Elf and Draenei were last on the list, but that they would indeed be including them in the overhaul. Alright guys, that's all I have for this video, but there are two things that I want to know down in the comments below. First of all, out of the 20 things I spoke about today, which one is your favorite? And the other thing I want to know is, out of the 20 things I spoke about today, are there any features that you didn't know about? If so, let me know down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and a favorite, and if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. As always, thanks for watching.